All right, talking with Coach Todd Knight, head coach of the Newberry Wolves. First day in full pads in practice. It's been a while since we talked to you on camera. How do you think we've done so far in camp? How have we improved or regressed, and how did we do today?
I've been very pleased with camp so far. Early in practice today, I felt like we was a little lackadaisical. And about halfway through practice, we flipped the switch, and boy, it was great. Love the intensity. We finished strong. But I told our kids today at the end of practice that never again in camp or throughout the season will I tolerate it. We will come out here ready to work as soon as we run through the gate from now on. That was it. That was your one day. Not ever again. We will be ready from the start no matter what.
How do you think the offense has done so far in camp? We're first day with real contact and everything. How do you think they're doing? And here's some guys that have been standing out.
I was pleased with the execution of the offense. I'm pleased with the physical part of it, with the defense. And from a mental standpoint, Bryan Ehrlich's a great leader. He sets his thing. He's running the show out there. Parker Height and W.T. Murden as our backup guys right now at quarterback. They're doing a fantastic job. David Presley's like having another coach on the field. He's yelling at receivers, lining people up. Great job on the offense, good execution. Defensively, we're flying around. We're still learning some things. Got to do a little bit better job in tackling, but they're flying around. I'm liking the emotional side of it.
So for the most part, we're physically getting better, but mentally need to prepare ourselves better. What are some things you think the guys are going to do in the off time in between our next practices to get that ready?
Well, they got enough time to eat and then get on in the weight room, so that's what I'm looking for right now. But no doubt we got a couple of walkthroughs, some film, that kind of thing. From a mental standpoint, by the end of the day, we should be a little sharper.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. Look forward to talking to you again. With Bryan Ehrlich, starting quarterback for the Newberry College Wolves. Few days into camp, first practice in full pads. How do you think the offense overall is doing so far?
I think we did well today. Our team really pounded the ball well today, and we had a couple good throws, good catches today. So I think there's room to improve, but we started out on the right foot.
And as far as yourself, you and your fellow quarterbacks, how do you think you guys are doing so far?
I think we're doing well. Me and Parker came back with a lot of recall. WT is still learning, trying to get his head in the playbook, but I think he'll come along, and I think we're going to progress throughout the season, and hopefully we'll help our team.
And then the guys that surround you, the guys you're getting the ball to, who are some guys that have stood out so far in this preseason?
David Presley is one. You can throw him a screen, he'll get 10 yards every time, even with no blocking. He makes it happen. But we do have other guys that are knowing what to do. Our starters that came back from the spring, Brandon Bosick and Leno, they're coming back, and they have a lot of recall as well. So whenever they're on the right page, we can do big things with those guys. First
day in full contact and everything. How do you think the offensive line did in some drills where you were behind them and really pushing on the defense?
They did well. We got a good push on a lot of run plays, and it was good to see that we can pound the ball and we can throw the ball, so we can do both, and it was really impressive to see some big hits from our guys today.
All right, and then what are some things that you think we're doing really, really well so far, and some things we can improve on before the scrimmage on Saturday?
Like Coach Knight said, we came out kind of dragging the first half of the practice, but we came out, we picked it up, and we really continued from yesterday, from our running yesterday, where we had to come together as a team and do something as a joint effort. I think we just continue to pick up the intensity and pick up the execution for the scrimmage Saturday. I think we'll have a pretty good show for the crowd.
All right, thank you very much, Bryan. Look forward to talking to you then.
Thank you.
With Kamaal McIlwain starting cornerback for the Newberry Wolves. A little bit of heat, a little bit of rain, a little bit of everything today. How do you think we did in our first practice in full pads?
Well, as far as the defense goes, everybody's a little slack. Our technique was a little off because of the weather. We kind of let the weather affect our focus.
What are some things you think you can do to improve that?
Really, we just have to understand that the weather is automatically going to be here and focus and concentrate on our technique, and the plays will fall in line with that.
Who are some guys that really stood out to you on the defensive side of the ball so far in all of camp and today especially?
As far as defense, Apollo did pretty well, and Bryan Spencer. They're both from the same high school, so they did pretty well today.
And then you see a lot of our very talented receivers from the other side. We get to see them when they're on offense. As a defender, your perspective, who are some of the guys on offense that have really stood out so far?
Obviously, David Presley, who is the captain. David Presley, who's a captain. He always stands out, every day. And Cameron Winchester, who is a redshirt sophomore.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time. Look forward to you guys improving as we get ready for the season.
Thank you as well.